This is a video recording step by step. How do I deploy a website with one single playbook onto Google Cloud for free? So the goal will be to deploy a website, my personal website, something like this. I want to deploy it. I want to host this website on Google Cloud. In, and this is my playbook. With this Ansible playbook, I'll put everything into this one single playbook. We can just run this playbook, and I'm expecting a website with DNS of GCP dot a DevOps beginner dot set. Let's see if I want to deploy the website to here, but there's nothing here. If I refresh the page, you can see there's nothing there. So the playbook I'm using is this one. I have this playbook, and with this playbook I want to deploy the website onto Google Cloud. And I've already have my website ready, which I use to Hugo paper mode to customize my website. I do have a separate video for this, but it is not included here. And I also containerize that website, which is by Docker image, and it is not included in this video as well. There's a separate one, and also by free, I mean I do have a GCP free account. With the free tier, I can start a VM for free. But other than that, the workflow will be something. First, create a GCP storage bucket. Then I upload the Docker Compose file into the bucket. Then second, to create a GCP virtual machine, where I'm gonna use Docker Compose to deploy the website. Once the VM's ready, it will download the Docker Compose file from the GCP storage bucket, and then with another step of configuration, it will including Docker install blah blah blah, then start a Docker Compose as a service. There will be a certificate service which gonna use this encrypt for the certification, which where we're gonna enable HTTPS. And we'll also update the DNS on Cloudflare. You can see the playbook is finished. We can have a check of the resources we just created. We did created a instance. create one VM. And if we go through the playbook, we can see in the playbook what we did. I do have a GCP project created. This is the name, and we already created a service account for with JSON file as the credentials. GCP, and I also created the storage bucket. I created a VM with this image in this VPC. I didn't put the VPC creation in this playbook, but it is in a separate playbook. But it is easily, if we want, we can easily merge these two playbooks. Barker creation. Upload the Docker Compose file. Create a GCP virtual machine. Update DNS entry, which is hosted on Cloudflare. You can see there is a GCP entry created automatically. And once the VM is ready, we use this second half of the playbook to connect to the VM, install Docker and the dependencies, download the Docker file or other configuration files from the Google Storage bucket. Then we start a Docker Compose service. If we go to the VM, or I do have another way to do it, which is with the key, and we can SSH to this virtual machine. You can see this is a new VM just been created 13 minutes ago. On this VM, in the playbook, we copy the Docker Compose file here, and with this Docker Compose file and a Nginx as load balancer, we have 3 containers running. In this certificate, we requested and assigned a certificate for this domain. You can see it is ready now. Again, the whole workflow will be: we have a website, we Dockerize it, then create a GCP VM, prepare the configuration file, do the configuration on the VM, which are all done in one single Ansible playbook. and update the DNS entry, then we have this website deployed successfully for free.